I am Wheelie Diefenbach-Jones from Houston, and thank you so much for joining me today. It's great to have you here. Hey, have you ever wondered if you could be a successful entrepreneur? And have you ever wondered what tips or what should I know as I evaluate myself? If you're like me, just don't launch into something without thinking it through and having the tools to make a decision. So I'm going to give you 5 tips today. Tip number 1, that in order to be a very successful entrepreneur, you need to be able to challenge yourself and be a consistent learner. And let me tell you, not just learner of anything, but learning of things that pertain to your business, maybe how to run it, how to do sales, how to do social media, leadership. There's just all kinds of things out there to learn. So that's number 1. Tip number 2 is you want to have something that you can get some great partners. Maybe you want an accountant, maybe you need an attorney to set up your LLC, a virtual assistant, somebody to run social media. Now, these don't have to be full-time people, but if that's not your cup of tea, like for me, social media and doing all these postings is not my cup of tea. My virtual assistant does her stuff. I have an accountant that does things. They don't work for me full-time. You don't have to hire people that work full-time. Just get people that can do some of the things that maybe you can't do or don't have the skill set, or it takes too much time. Number 3 is grit. And I call grit stick-to-itness. You have to have the ability to stick to it. You're going to go through some hard times as an entrepreneur, but that's okay. You have to stick through it, stick to it. It's about hard work and sticking to what you said you were going to do. Number 4, be passionate. You want to jump into things that you can be super, super passionate about and that you love. Like, don't open an ice cream store if ice cream is not your thing, but you got to be passionate because there's going to be days you don't want to get up. And number 5, excuse me, is be self-motivated. And self-motivated, what I mean by that is you have to be very motivated to get up and work. You know, sometimes people will say as an entrepreneur you can sleep late. Well, maybe you can, but maybe you can't. You've got to be your own disciplinary of what you're going to do and when you're going to work, and do some of the hard stuff. You're not going to have a boss saying you have to be here at 8 a.m. You have to do this, you have to do that. So you have to think about, can I do those things? And so I encourage you to think about these 5 things as you think about whether you want to become an entrepreneur or not. Now, I have additional tips that I would love to share with you. So if you're interested in additional tips, please private message me and I will get back with you. Hey, thank you so much for joining me and have a great day. Bye for now.